See the video I seen on YouTube. Do it in the court.
And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead, and it's almost that time. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You look at Sacramento. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Now Sacramento's starting five. Walton is out there with Daniels. Then there's Kersey, and it's Dragic in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, we've got Williams, and it's Hunt in at the 2. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting, and there's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Pass to Kersey. To the paint, here's Dragic, and he dunks it down.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Now the 76ers with it. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
Let me warm up. Let me warm up.
Walton against Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
Oh, I gotta go up. What, Jordan? What?
Here's Sacramento now. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw tonight.
What's up?
Free throw, no good for Jordan. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Daniels passes to Kersey. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And Jordan gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Walton. He's tightly guarded. Fades. And it's Miles with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Daniels kicks to Dragic. To the inside. Here's Kersey. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. 76ers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by Kersey.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now, here's Walton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assists.
Clowney, good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, cool hands in that last outing against the Bucks put together a real performance. He finished with 57 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. A fantastic performance from him, something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one. Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Philadelphia leading by 6. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Right side, Dragic. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Down low. Outside for Miles. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Really left alone that time.
Oh, great ball movement there.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Taken away by Williams. And now Philadelphia on the break. Jordan outside. No good on the triple. The Kings trail by 11. Walton with the ball. Still yet to score. Pass to Kersey. Here is Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. To stop the run. Rebound by the 76ers. Miles has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jordan outside. Got it up. What a play. Simply drains it in.
The buzz beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And so it's Philadelphia, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly.
Yes, sir, Ski.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question.
76ers with some changes. Jordan's checked in for Blunt, and it's Williams in for Wells. The Kings also with the sub. Knox, he's checked in for Dyson Daniels.
Find the lane. No shot.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
They set the pick. It's Rush outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment is a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Here's Knox. Buries it from three-point range. Knox has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. From deep, Jordan, and he's good on the three ball. Jordan's got 23.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Rush the pass to Knox. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. The coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better.
The previous play is under review. The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout. So that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
And some changes here for the Kings. Bonnie's checked in, and Walton subbed in for Rush. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Kings moving the ball around. Dragic gets the bucket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pass to Williams. Back to Jordan. And here's Miles. Scoreless thus far. Another three for Philadelphia.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Outside Dragic. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Miles. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Sacramento's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Clowney. Here's Hall. From outside, off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
This Kings squad is struggling. Outside Dragic. Here's Walton. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Hall, that's good. Philadelphia's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Jeffries dishes to Jordan. Pass to Hunt. Jordan looking it over. Clock at 6. Jeffries. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
16 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hall, guarded by Jordan. No good from Dragic. Outside Jordan. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Philadelphia holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle.
I'm ticklish, Ernie. I'm ticklish. I don't want to worry about ticklish.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the 76ers.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at cool hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And so here is Philadelphia. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Kersey. Walton is out there with Daniels. And it's Dragic in at the small forward. Pass to Walton. And Jordan sends it back. For the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Kings shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Here's Kersey. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Williams passes to Jordan. Offline with his three. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Another shot. Rebound by Hunt.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And Jordan gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Walton. He has yet to score. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Connie. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Kings have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Rebound by Williams. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Dragic against Jordan. Here's Hunt. Banked in off the glass. Hunt's got 5 points so far.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Daniels with it. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Kings. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my. That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Hall's checked in for the Kings. Rush comes in for Walton. And that one falls for Dragic. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 15-5 run. And here's Jordan outside. Kings have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And he knocks down the first one. And Philadelphia making a change here. George is checked in. He's checked in for the 76ers. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Blunt is out there with Jordan. Then there's Wells. Then there's Washington. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Jordan gets it to go.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
The Kings have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Clowney. Walton with the ball. To the middle. Clowney, good.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
It's Jordan on the wing. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outside Dragic. Here is Kersey. And Walton kicks to Daniels. Sacramento moving it around. Dragic with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Got that one up quick. Jordan's got 44.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. It's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Now Jordan. Pass to Washington. Back to Jordan. Again, Philadelphia.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Daniels with it. Now Kersey. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jordan.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And the 76ers making a change here. Going inside. That one falls. Jordan's got 53.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
George passes to Jordan. Unloads. And the 76ers tack on two more.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Clowney. They get the rebound. Here's Kersey. And another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. And here is Jordan. The three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Owen, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Great win tonight, MP.
they don't even know what's coming for them.
About game time.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier, ready for action. All right, everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Hi, folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for him.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Sarr, and it's Garland in at the 2. And for Philadelphia, and it's Miles in at the 4. This is that grinded-out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, B.A. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
And so off the tip, it's Washington. Outside Garland. To the wing, right side. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
And it's Washington with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pass to Sarr. And here's Garland. Shot clock at 6. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. The putback. Miles with a rebound. Now the 76ers with it. And seeing this team right now is a problem. They've got 14 consecutive victories.
That's been impressive. And the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
Here's Hunt. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Carrington. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable. Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
For Washington, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. From behind the arc. No good that time.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Fox left side. Pass to Garland. To the right side. Launches it from deep. Miles with a rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And there's a 3-second violation. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They've come down in the rankings a little, landing in the 5th spot for now.
Checking out the 76ers, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they legit, but they could very well be the team to beat.
Wagner's checked in for the Sixers. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Miller's checked in for Fox. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, cool hands in the last outing against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He added 61 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Here's Garland. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. A minute 39 left in the first quarter here. Miller right side. Puts up a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Jordan. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Wizards. It's a 5-point game. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Offline with a 3.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Here's Jordan, and he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 12 points.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
44 seconds left in the first quarter here. Covered by Jordan. That one's good. 2 for 8 now.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
For 3. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
The Wizards trail by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Garland for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Up in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played both teams making substitutions here. Philadelphia shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And it's Jordan in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. I mean, it's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Shot clock at 5. Garland for 3. Miles with a rebound. Miles has got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
That one's good for 2.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Pass to Jordan. 1:35 left in the second quarter. Count the basket.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's going to hit Fox, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Washington shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. First one falls for him. Washington's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Sarge checked in for Miller. So hits one and misses one at the line. Philadelphia's got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. Jordan finds Washington. Sends it home from three-point land. Washington's got 16 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's Carrington. 10 points in his last outing. To the inside. From inside. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Great defensive effort to lock down the paint.
Yeah, he cut off every angle and then got his body on him. That's a Warriors effort.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Washington has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. Pass to Sarr. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks the tray.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here. But before we dive into the scintillating analysis of the first half, let's check out the power rankings.
Well, right now for Washington, they're a middle-of-the-pack team. Sure, they'll get some wins, but I don't know how much more beyond that.
Seems like they're missing a key piece or two. Maybe one of their younger guys will step up down the stretch.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Philadelphia 76ers.
You know, on the boards, they've been ferocious. They've been intimidating. Reminds me of watching Big Fella out there.
You know they're going to have some bruised elbows tonight. Thank you, Kenny. That was your first compliment in 3 years.
2.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. A moment here for an injury report.
Well, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Philadelphia. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. They've got Darius Garland, and it's Fox in at the 3. Inside, here's Sarr, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
They set a pick. Here's Jordan. Soft touch off the glass. Jordan's got 26.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
The Wizards shooting just 38% for this game so far. Garland for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. 90 seconds into the second half now. Jordan with it. 26 points for him. Pass to Miles. Jordan up top. From the arc. Knocks down the long J. Jordan's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And Garland gets doubled. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Fox with the ball. To the wing on the left. Sarr misses. The 76ers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. And they're running. Here's Carrington. Second chance shot. Shot's good by Sarr. Sarr's got 7.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. It's good. Off the glass. Jordan's got 31 points.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point.
Like
but it looks like
is
he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Outside Garland. Three-pointer. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Jordan, the pass to Hunt. Back to Jordan. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Jordan's got 11 points here in the second half.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy. To make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Jeffries. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
And Garland gets doubled. Pass to Carrington to the paint. Here's Sarr. Collects the 2 points near the hoop. Sarr's got 9 points. 1:02 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. From deep, Jordan. And the three-pointer goes.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. It's the second game of 3 on the road.
Yeah, that miss might stick with them for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Jordan. Again, Philadelphia.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Garland. Launches a 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Miles has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Some of it's good defense and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out.
From deep, Jordan. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Launches it. Pure from three-point range. Jordan's got 44. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Philadelphia on top, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Wizards shooting right at 35%, not getting what they want out there. Washington out there with Franz Wagner. Then it's Williams, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Miller. And it's all from three-point range.
Given his range,
the 76ers making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And Philadelphia calls time here. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
And Washington over to help. Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Washington outside. From deep, Jordan. And another one.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made. George, he's checked in for Williams.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every
the previous play is under review.
Policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
What's up?
And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
From deep, Jordan. Not going to go that time. And it's Garland with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Carrington. Here's Sarr. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Jordan, the pass to Washington. Back to Jordan. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
And so far tonight, he's been the game's leading scorer. Just got into a groove, and no one's found a way to get him out of it.
Washington shooting around 41%. Pass to Sarr. Philadelphia grabs the miss. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Cool Hands.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Three-pointer, Fox. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Carrington. He's guarded by Washington. Here's Fox. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. The three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Washington with the ball. Garland for three. And it's Jordan with the rebound. The three is up. And yes, another basket.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Good win. Let's keep it going. That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it. Big. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. And on tap tonight, it's the Golden State Warriors going up against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jonathan Kuminga.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now, Golden State's starting five. Duncan is out there with Hayes. Then there's Bell. And it's Sosa in at the power forward. And for Philadelphia, they've got Washington, and it's Miles in at the 4. You know, Clark, rivalry games are always fun, aren't they? When it's two teams that don't see each other very often, it only ups the intrigue.
That's what makes cross-conference games like this so special. I mean, there's history between these teams, Kevin, and we only get to relive it a few times a year, so that makes it even more special.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Now here's Hayes, hoping to put that miserable performance against the Clippers behind him tonight. Duncan kicks to Bell. And it's blocked by Jordan. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Titov. Jordan with some nice D. And the 76ers with possession. And I'm here to tell you, it's been a victory march for them. What a stretch. 23 straight wins and still counting.
And what's crazy about it is the teams they've knocked off. I mean, they have been dominating during this stretch. It's basically been the whole league that has felt the wrath of this crew. They're in the conversation now for one of the all-time great teams. They've got the target on the back, but it doesn't seem to bother them one iota. All they do is continue to win.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference. Cool hands.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he is. Put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their effort.
Now here's Hayes. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Here's Jordan. The fader. Count the basket.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
Hayes, no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Fades and shoots, and the bank shot is good. 6 points for Jordan. And here are the Warriors now, trailing by 4. Their last encounter was in the Bay Area.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play
And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review.
The previous play is under review.
So it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have a huge impact on the game. So many.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
They replayed the wrong play.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Here's Titov. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Jordan, that's for 2. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Duncan left side. Here's Titov. Off with the layup.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, cool hands in that last outing against Oklahoma City was all business. He contributed 61 points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Back to Hayes. Here's the lob to the hoop, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Inside, here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You take a look at the 76ers. What a run they've had this year in first place. And
let me get them picture.
They've got Jordan, and it's Washington in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. To the paint, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Washington. And stolen by Jordan. And now the 76ers on the break. And the
It still made it. It still made
Three-point play
it.
chance right here. One free throw coming up. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle still?
It still made it.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations. Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Hayes. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 7 points for the quarter.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Hayes the pass to Sosa. Well, up on top. Hasn't made one yet. They get it back. The layup missed.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him on a rhythm.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
I can't hear you.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on
I
the
learned how
lead
to do
with a
some
dunk
more
like
dunking
that.
tricks.
And here's Hayes. Here's Titov. Out to Duncan. There's a good screen. Jordan with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
There's 37 seconds left here in the
I
second.
gotta learn how to do more
Again, it's
dunking
Philadelphia.
tricks.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Pass to Hayes. Sosa, defended by Miles. Titov. That three off the mark.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Jordan with the ball. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. It could go. Beats the buzzer.
Buzz beater, buzz beater.
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Buzz beater, buzz beater. Buzz beater, buzz beater.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the 76ers.
They're efficient. They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
Did you see the handshake?
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
I'm gonna have to go in a minute. So I'm gonna have to save it. Come back to it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at cool hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. They've got Bell. He's out there with Duncan. And it's Sosa in at the 4 slot. And the shot goes in. 10 points for him.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Washington passes to Hunt. Jordan against Bell. Fades back. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 28.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Warriors trail by 11. Duncan outside. Down low. Here's Sosa. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Pass to Washington. To the inside. And it's Miles with the jam.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Hayes. And here's Bell from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to McCain. Back to Jordan.
Did I finish?
Takes a 3.
Damn, they were supposed to go in.
Warriors trail by 10. Duncan outside to the paint. Hayes. No good.
No good.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And 3 from Jordan. Rebounded by Bell.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
To the wing right side. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Warriors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Longley's checked in for Duncan. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there.
And, well, for the Warriors, their fans had high hopes for them this season, and they have not let them down. It's been a fantastic campaign thus far, and they really are set up perfectly for a deep run in the playoffs.
It's obvious their eyes have been squarely on the postseason for a while. It'll be fascinating to see if the regular season dominance carries over.
And so he hits the technical free throw. On defense, the 76ers. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The Warriors have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Tops in scoring. And he's as good as it gets from three-point land. In fact, the best percentage that we have in the league.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Basket good. 15 points in the game.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Takes the three. Krills the three-pointer. Jordan's got 31.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Outside, Longley. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Washington passes to Jordan. Drops in the layup for 2. And now it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Bell. Goes back up. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 1:31 left to play in the third. Now here's Miles. Back to Jordan. And yes, it's good. Jordan's got 9 points here in the second half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Now here's Miles. Defense right on him. Washington, that's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Warriors making a switch here. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that have been the biggest three-point threat since the All-Star break. The 76ers, number 1.
I mean, they've gotten better at shooting the ball.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The lead is 15. They've got Jordan, and it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Jordan can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Titov, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leading the defense to scramble.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
Hayes, he's checked in for Dixon.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Puts it up, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Warriors trail by 15. And now Philadelphia on the break. Now here's Jordan, guarded closely. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
So both teams changing it up here. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Now, here is Jordan. Tight defense on him. Comes up empty down low. Warriors trail by 15. Here's Titov. A three-pointer, no good.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Jordan, and that one, good. Jordan's got 43 points.